Hey guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, back with another episode and checking out the brand new iPad Pro 9.7 inch. And I know this looks very similar to this guy, the iPad Air 2, which now hasn't changed in 2 years. Same form factor size, exact same size, but now we've got a Pro model and we're sticking with the Air model on this side. So the Pro has all of the features of the larger size iPad Pro, which I personally think is way too big. It just has slightly less RAM. I believe this is 2 gigs compared to the 4 gigs of the larger Pro. And of course you can use this guy, the Apple Pencil. Just remember one thing, the Apple Pencil cost an extra $100 on top of the actual iPad, and if you pair that with the keyboard case, that's an extra $150. You're looking at $850 for a 32 gig iPad. You do get to draw very sweet things though. In no means am I an artist, but it was a lot of fun drawing this little flower and all of the other doodles. I am positive that this is not worth $800, but it's all that I seem to do on my iPad Pro because I love to doodle. Glorified sketchbook. Ugh. Besides doodling, I will give the new iPad props for having surround sound speakers on every corner of the device, just like the larger 12.9 inch, gives all media consumption like watching movies or video a much more immersive and enjoyable feel. The camera on the back has also been improved. It's got that nice little hump on the back, and it is better than the 12.9 inch model. It shoots in 4K, slow-mo up to 240 FPS, and takes some of the nicest pictures that I've seen on an iPad. But please, don't be that person that uses this as a photo device. I just cringe whenever I see those people. Another new feature of the Pro are the 4 ambient sensors built in, and that will give it the true tone display, and depending on the area or environment that you're in outside, the actual screen temperature color will change, and you can change that manually to be more warmer or more cooler, or set that to auto. And you can also have a night shift mode when it gets a bit later in the day. The color of the screen or the temperature of the screen will change accordingly. Didn't really notice this too much, but it was a big difference when I compared that to my iPad Air 2, which stays the same standard color all throughout. For all of you benchmark junkies out there, you can see the Geekbench 3 scores. Naturally, the Pro scored higher than the Air 2. It has that new A9X chip that's 1.8 times faster CPU performance than the Air 2. But the biggest differences, and they weren't even that big, were the multitasking. You can see that the Pro model loaded slightly quicker and just slightly snappier than the Air 2. And even while playing more graphic intensive or 3D intensive games, or even simple games like Pitball, which I think is what the iPad is all about, so much fun, and it handled that without any sorts of issues. Is the price justified for the ability to use the Apple Pencil and perform tasks slightly quicker? It's a very capable device, performs everything that the Pro can do, slightly slower. It can't handle multitasking as well, but using this pencil being a couple $100 more expensive, Apple, you love to make money off of people, don't you? In my perfect world, knock down the price of this thing $100, $150, get rid of the use of this thing, and call this the iPad Air 3 and leave the Pro model for a device that runs something more than iOS. That's always been my opinion. I feel that iPads are great media consumption devices. You can watch video, you can play a few games, but I'm not as productive on my iPad as, say, my iMac or my MacBook Pro. It's just a different sort of operating system, and leave that Pro series name out of the equation. But of course, that is my opinion. I still think that the new iPad Pro is an awesome device. It is naturally the best iPad that Apple has made. No surprises, as it is the newest, and I have no doubt this thing will sell like hotcakes. Okay, off to enjoy this beautiful weather outside. Gotta get myself out of this studio. I will catch the rest of you in either my next episode or vlog. Peace.